This is the first sign of a magnesium deficiency that you need to know about. Hey Wellness Warrior, I'm Dr. Nick Zarowski, and taking magnesium has been one of the most impactful things that I've done for my overall well-being over the past year. And I think it'll significantly improve your health as well. That's why we're going to talk about some different fun facts about magnesium, but also the symptoms that are going to show up in the first one to look out for. First, let's talk about magnesium in general, because it's estimated that 68% of you are deficient in it. This is due to the high stress lives we live, due to the poor diets that exist. And the fact is that even in my own clinic, what we've done, because we know this information, we've actually taken our multivitamins and we've increased the magnesium content so that people are getting more. Now, the other thing is that magnesium plays over 600 different chemical reactions in your body, plays a role in them, and also your body contains about 3 to 4 teaspoons of magnesium within it, most of them within your bones, which is going to give a hint, is pretty important for strong bones. Let's now look at some of the symptoms, okay? Well, the one thing is twitching and cramping. If you notice a lot of twitching and cramping in your body, this is a sign of a magnesium deficiency you need to watch out for. A lot of times it'll start in some of the small muscle groups, like the feet or even the face. The next thing is going to be abnormal heart rhythms. And this is really important because if you're getting arrhythmias, that's a pretty devastating symptom that would oftentimes lead you running to the doctor, all while it could be a simple magnesium deficiency. And then the question becomes like, where are you going to get more magnesium from? If you're worried about these deficiencies, where do you get it? Leafy green vegetables is going to be an ideal source. Increase more of that in your diet. Personally, for me, I supplement with it, and as we go through this video, I'll tell you why I supplement with it, but I supplement with magnesium every single day. Now, let's talk about this, mood changes. This is something that's really important because if you're someone suffering from anxiety and depression and irritability, well, guess what? You don't need to run to all these different medications out there that have devastating side effects. You need to start with the core nutritional principles first, like magnesium, to calm you down, and then go and look to those other things if you still can't get it under control. And this is one of the huge benefits of magnesium. It's one of the huge benefits that I saw. And this is why whenever someone says, if you could explain what magnesium does in the body in just one word, I'd say calming. It calms your nervous system down. It calms your muscles down. It calms everything down. And it just makes you feel more peaceful. I noticed this in my own life, like as far as like anxiety and irritability, like it helped calm me down a lot. And that was a big game changer because what it also did is it helped improve my sleep greatly. If you have poor sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, obviously poor sleep can come from a lot of places, but if you want to improve your sleep, taking magnesium before bed is a pretty low-hanging fruit that you can actually accomplish today. Now, the next big symptom is fatigue and weakness. If you're going throughout your day and you're tired all the time and you just feel that you don't have the stamina, you want to start thinking about a magnesium deficiency. It's going to increase your stress levels if you're deficient, because we talked about anxiety, that's stress, right? And poor mood and irritability, that's all stress. Well, that's also going to lead to increased cortisol. We all know what cortisol does in the body. It's not a healthy thing to have at a very high level chronically. It starts to deteriorate the body. It causes problems like inability to lose weight, a lot of issues there. Osteoporosis is related to having a magnesium deficiency. As we talked about magnesium mostly being stored in the bone, it's critical for good bone health. And then high blood pressure as well. If you're someone who has high blood pressure, you can bring it down by using magnesium. One of the reasons that I actually like to supplement with magnesium is because I like to get some of the different forms. I take a blend of multiple forms of magnesium that can hit all these different aspects and beneficial points where the magnesium is going to really improve your health. So what I do is I take a scoop of it every night before bed, and it really helps calm me down, not only to sleep better, but it calms me down throughout the entire next day. And I have done this for over a year now, and I'm telling you, it's been one of the most beneficial things I've done to improve my overall feeling and well-being. And I'll put a link in the description below to the magnesium that I use every day. Fibromyalgia is another big symptom of a magnesium deficiency. What does this mean? This means you ache and you have pain and your muscles are really sore and tight. I always say fibromyalgia is a junk diagnosis because when you go to the doctor and you're like, oh man, I'm stiff and I don't feel well and I ache and I have pain everywhere, they're going to go, oh, fibromyalgia. No, don't settle for that. Go and look for the root cause of why this is happening. Magnesium deficiency is a big cause. Even a vitamin D deficiency is a big cause of fibromyalgia. So if you want to calm the muscles down and the aches and the joint pain and all that, magnesium is a good place to start. But what shows up first? I think that there's going to be, dependent on the individual, two different signs you want to look out for first. The first is going to be this one right here, the twitching and cramping. And this shows up first in a lot of people. But of course, it depends on your lifestyle and how you eat and the things that you've experienced. Now, the other big sign that you're going to see show up is going to be just general fatigue and weakness. If you're going throughout your days dragging all the time, then you're going to want to look out for a magnesium deficiency. So these are the first two signs I'd watch out for, and personally, I like supplementing with magnesium. I even take multivitamins and stuff like that and add magnesium on top of that because I find it to be that beneficial. I'll put a link in the description to the magnesium that I use daily. And what you want to do is what's called a magnesium challenge. You start taking it for about 30 days and look for all these areas for improvement. Do I have less irritability and a better mood? My anxiety's lessened? Am I sleeping better at night and the muscle twitching and cramping went away? Boom, you figured it out. You need more magnesium in your diet. Let's say you take magnesium for 30 days and you do a magnesium challenge and this doesn't change at all. Well, then you may not need it, and it may not be something that you need to go and further pursue in order to solve these particular problems, because they also can come from some other areas. I'm Dr. Zarowski. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, I think you'll really like this one next.